live with the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Matt.
Today we're joined by the distiller of Sagamore Spirits, Tim. And we're going to be talking all things Sagamore, including our barrel pick that we just did with them. So,
yeah,
Tim, if you want to take it for a minute.
How are you? You want me to take over?
Yeah, we'll announce the people here in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat first, and then we will dive in. All right. We got Mark Goins, William Devilar. Stupid thing just crapped out on me. Go back to the top. Let's see here. Steve A. Pitface Barbecue. Hey, Brian. Hey, also, this weekend on Saturday, go out to People's Choice at a Bedford Blues Festival if you guys are in town. Check out Brian's barbecue thing on Saturday. Let's see, got Donald Rance, Travis Waller, Oak and Smoke. Hey, Brent. Charles Ashworth. Check Smoke and Smoke out. Stellar Matrix, The Linux Cat, Doug Tempest, Jason Coates, Andrew Spurrell, Robert Lickers from Iron. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Sweet Tea 1985, Dramman, Kentucky, Trey Coons, Ice House, Robot Scott, Hey Ben Stahl, Welsh Toro. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about barrel pick with Sagamore, which is delicious, and we're going to turn it over to Tim and talk all about it, all this good, nerdy, fun stuff that we all love.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much you guys know about us out of Baltimore, Maryland. An MGP juice from the get-go, a contract distilled, meaning we didn't just pick up barrels and run away with them. We worked with them, Larry Ebersol, to create our juice, and now we are producing in our own distillery in Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland wants the history and a lot of story from Maryland. It used to be 43 distilleries producing rye, and we're one of the newer distillers coming right back out of the state. And as we say, we're trying to put Maryland back on the map for rye, build a global passion for Maryland-style rye. Rye whiskey for us is a sweeter, more approachable rye. We carry three major marks. Our signature 83, our cast strength, and our double oak. We call them the three diamonds. I actually just came back from upstate New York to watch our horses run. And we come from Sagamore Farms, which is about 22 miles north from our distillery. And there's a lot of history with the horses. And then that's where the whiskey came into play as we pull our water from that farm. 52 degrees year round, right on that farm. It's pure limestone aquifer water. It's really good. It proofs down our whiskey. And we didn't fare well in the races this weekend, but it was fun because we had a horse in the Travers Stakes, which is a pretty big race. And that's where a lot of our history of our juice and our bottle comes from, the three diamonds, the silks on our jockeys, and that farm with Alfred Vanderbilt, which was once his farm. So it was cool to get back to New York and see where Native Dancer once ran, who was one of our original horses. And whiskey and horses, fast horses, slow whiskey is sometimes we say. So, but our three main core, and then we do a one-time release. Port finish was last year. If there's bottles out there, grab them while you can because it's gone. We're not producing again. And it won Best Rye Whiskey in the World, San Francisco. So really cool, awesome award for us. That was really exciting and really gave us a jolt. And then these guys did an awesome barrel pick, barrel 103, I believe, barrel number 103, yeah?
Yeah, something.
And it just came in. Awesome juice, really unique to them. 10 barrels came to Texas.
It's 72, sorry.
72, I apologize. 10 barrels came to Texas. These guys got one. These guys paired up with William over at Mirage Fine Spirits. So make sure you go visit William. He's a good dude around town.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But really unique barrel. And then we'll taste through some stuff. We'll drink. We'll talk. I did bring a little thing that landed in my pocket. We released this September 1st. There's not a lot of it. 150 cases coming to Texas, 70 to DFW. So if you see a bottle of the Cognac finish out there, grab one. It's going to be fun juice. But that's our follow-up from last year's one-time release. Reserve finish, as we say, reserve line comes out this September. So look for that and grab all the port you can while you can. But let's taste some whiskey. Why not?
Yeah, and I
agree.
agree.
Listen to me talk the whole time.
I agree on the port, though. If you do see it, that's my third bottle. So you should definitely pick up it. It's really freaking good, and it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna be gone. So definitely pick up the port if you can. All right, so let's start with the.
Start with the basic.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Signature 83.
Cheers for that one. That's on the mash bill and stuff too.
Yep. So we take a high rye and a low rye. We age them separately, and then we blend them together. Our high rye is a typical high rye, 95% rye, 5% barley mash. Our low rye is a 53% rye, 42% corn, 5% barley mash. So you get that sweetness on one side. You get that robust heat, rye seed on the high side. So we take that, we age them separately, and then we proof this one down to 83 with our spring water right from our farm. And that's what the uniqueness of that water. If you haven't looked up our distillery, it's gorgeous, right on the water, Port Covington, massive distillery. We're in the running for a top distillery in U.S. today, so go on there and vote. If you look it up, go vote for us, please. Iron Root's on there too, so shout out to Iron Root.
Yeah, they're one, I think.
Yeah,
3 right.
So good guys over Iron Root, but vote Sagamore. We're on there, so it's cool.
You can vote every day, so you can split the votes if you're torn.
That's true.
There you go.
So go on there. It's cool. We actually got number 8 distillery, Life and Leisure. So check out the distillery. It's beautiful. We'll talk about visiting Baltimore, about the barrel pick when we get to that. But Signature 83, really, as we say, approachable rye. Little sweetness, a little vanilla, caramel. It's a lighter color. Where's the cask? There it is. I don't know if you can see that. That's the cask. That's the signature.
Yeah. Really dark on the cask.
So darker tones. Really easy. I drink it neat or on the rocks, of course. Summer right now, I throw a little ginger beer and a lime. But
I like it.
We do a great black-eyed rye, as they call it, which you can see, around Preakness time too. Pretty popular. Little blackberry syrup and ginger beer, but really simple rye. I think it's for a beginner drinker to rye, or
for sure.
Someone that wants a little something on the bourbon to rye. A little mix.
It's a good intro to rye. I know Michelle Lynn was asking over in Hey Bobby and Sam, I Whiskey She Wines earlier, was asking a good intro to rye. This is the perfect intro to rye, is what I think.
Yeah.
Just go from bourbon to rye. This is a perfect one to start with. It's tasty stuff.
I agree with that. I still, personally, and no offense to rye whiskey or anything, it's not my thing. I get a lot of dill on it. And I get some on this, but it really would be a good intro to rye for somebody who hasn't. And
Ed joined us from Rocket Review. Check them out too, for sure.
And for me, I know everyone has a different whiskey experience, but I always say I feel like to me, it's I get more of the rye spice for me on this one, because when we go to the cask, I get more sweeter tones, and it's totally opposite for others. But
I tend to get more of the dill note on a younger rye, and more of the minty, spiky spices on an older rye.
So you just want to talk about that real quick? Yeah, Scott. So we're about Scott Barth at Sagamore Properties. Gorgeous restaurant is killer too. So why don't you talk about that real quick?
Rye Street Tavern. I think it has a James Beard Award winner chef or somewhere in that line. Pretty awesome restaurant. It's right on the campus, and it's a good addition. And right now, Port Covington's going through a whole transition. It's one of the largest urban projects with privately funded money that they're building, with all high rises going in, creating more jobs and whatnot. It's gorgeous. It's revitalizing Baltimore. I think Baltimore is in a whole nother world now, where it once was to where it is now, and there's a lot of people in Baltimore behind that. And as the whiskey from Baltimore, we're trying to bring that back to Baltimore and bring Maryland back to the forefront. As it was dark for a while, it's coming back to the light, and awesome city if you haven't been, but gorgeous distillery, of course, and a fun tour. Make sure you get the little chocolate at the end, dark chocolate at the end.
Oh yeah, tell them about so speaking of that, so we had, talk about the bottle and stuff. How you guys designed that?
The bottle is kind of mocked after some old school Prohibition style bottles. It's a 6-panel bottle, a hex bottle, a diamond bottle. I mean, I've heard all kinds of different names at this point.
I love that.
It's really unique to us. There's not another bottle out there in the market like it. If you look all around it, there's diamonds all over it, the design of it, and it stands out. It pops. The label, we call it the Chevron label. It pops. It reads rye. We don't hide from the word rye. Some bottles on rye, it says really small, or the green the green label. It's not. I don't even know the history of the green label. I think it's just more of a marketing kind of thing. Yeah, he's got.
It's got the fiddly bits on the side that says actually Sagamore.
But really cool bottle. It's make candles out of it. Put flowers in it. That's a bottle worth saving.
All right. So Ben's got a question. To emulate the Lost Maryland rye style, and if so, how does it differ from the Monongahela rye style?
Ooh, that's a question. Maryland style rye is a sweeter rye. I'm not sure what that style rye is. I apologize.
Pennsylvania high rye.
Oh, so Maryland style has always been a sweeter rye. There was always corn introduced, and I think American history of rye, America's first spirit. There's still a lot of stories out there that have not been found and are still being searched. And where did rye begin? Whether it was Pennsylvania, New York, Baltimore. We're pushing that envelope on that. We launched whiskey.com if you're looking into that. And there might be families out there we don't even know that their parents were involved in rye whiskey, and we're trying to get that story out there because a lot of people don't know where they recognize Kentucky for bourbon, and but Maryland was founded before Kentucky. Jim Beam brought his stills to Kentucky from Maryland, and we're trying to push that history. So the truth of American style rye whiskey is still debatable. So we're a sweeter style rye, as you would say.
Hey, Jason.
We're still uncovering history, which is really fun to see.
Yeah,
it's always fun to see.
I think having a story, having some history, I think there's a lot of brands that have those out there. I think we're one of those that have that. And, there's what is that?
Don't talk shit about Kentucky. Too bad we will.
Love Kentucky. Love Louisville. But yeah, history and stories. I think you have to have that as a brand, and I think we're building ours, and we have a lot of that behind us too. So
because I think I met you about a year ago or so at Mirage. Yeah. Randomly, I need you to meet a guy. I'm like, okay, and I didn't really know anything about it. I was like, oh, this stuff's awesome, and so we've been over here. We did an event back with them. It was at last September, I guess. Yeah.
There's one at the house here.
Yeah. So we helped launch with the double oak and the port finish.
Yeah.
Yep. Outside of Maryland. So so known her for a while, and good man, and does try a lot of awesome whiskey. And
I'm an old bar rat or bar guru guy. I used to own some bars, and now I'm having fun spreading the knowledge of rye whiskey, Texas and throughout. So. It's fun to transition over and, be able to build a brand from the beginning is pretty fun. So, and I think we have the right mechanisms to do that. So,
hell yeah.
What are we on, cask?
Let's do the cask.
Want to go bold quick?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the cask. That sounds like a good plan.
So the cask at one point was coming out at 114. We brought it down to 112.2. I think that's 112.6. There are some 112.2s out there. But it's the right spot for it. It's pretty robust. A little darker in tone. New American oak barrels, of course. A lot of Calvin Cooperage barrels, ISC barrels. And we do 3.5 char. So you get that darkness. This is pretty hot, pretty robust right up front. But I find it to be pretty smooth.
They want to know that. So Donald wants to know about what kind of rye you're using. He says, have you ever considered using 100% Canadian rye style either? So
we use a lot of Pennsylvania rye, Germany. We are using some rye from Maryland, but Maryland, there's not farms that want to give up all their acreage to produce 100% rye. Okay. So the guys up at the distillery are doing some small projects where it's all Maryland corn, Maryland rye, but that's for time to come, which is pretty cool once we get some stuff like that going. But Pennsylvania, some Canadian rye, some Germany rye, but it's rye seed. No one's really given up their full fields to produce rye seed, so it's kind of where do you get it from?
Thankfully, rye is hardy. Hey, Ben, thank you, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Is the only thing different about these two that we're trying the proof?
Or that's correct. This just gets a little bit of water. Every bottle gets some water. Of course, 83 gets all the way down to 83. Comes out about 114, I believe, 115, and then this one's down to 112.6.
What's the age on these?
This is about 4.5. Okay. About 3.5, 3.
I'll do the cask strength. Yeah, that's what made me really fall in
Cinnamon,
love with
nutmeg.
Sagamore.
I get a lot less of the dill notes
Oh, yeah.
on the cask strength, and I don't know if that's just the higher proof or it is an older bottling.
I get a lot
but
more of the minty
yeah,
side of it.
minty spearmint.
Nice cinnamon baking spices.
Mhm.
Dark chocolate.
Oh yeah,
Cherries.
Yeah.
Cherries.
Yeah, this is the Sagamore that I originally fell in love with for sure.
And you
then-
didn't you find like a specific one that you like?
Oh yeah. This I'll grab real quick. This is
It's like a specific
batch.
number that he.
I freaking love this batch.
He buys quite a few of them every time he sees them.
I've had several.
No, there's not
bottles
enough
of
bottles in this room.
this. I've had
Not
several
even
bottles,
one.
but you can find a batch 2G. This is my magic bottle. I don't know. I just love this particular batch, and it is 112.2.
Mm.
Yeah, I just love this batch. I think I've had probably 4 or 5 different batches at this point, at least, that I've gone through. Needless to say, I really like Sagamore a lot.
See, this one's more in my wheelhouse with the high proof and everything too. I like this one a lot.
But it's still a round and cohesive journey. I wouldn't call this spiky, but it has enough flavor that this could stand up to a big cube
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
very,
Mhm.
very well. And for a while, as that cube is going down, you still are going to have a lot of flavor coming out of that whiskey.
Yep.
Of course. You want some of this one? Grab another
Yeah.
glass. This is my favorite one.
I've heard a lot about this one, so
I made William go check his entire stock for more of this one. He's like, can't find it. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I'm always looking for 2Gs now.
Yeah, I'm like, please find me another 2G. Well, it's gone. Yeah, it's a totally different nose. It's a little bit more rye, I think, on the nose, but sweeter too at the same time. Yeah, it's just a magic one. Yeah, I actually sent some this specific batch to its Bourbon Night so they could compare it to the bottle that we sent up that Tim actually was kind enough to send to them to have them try all this wonderful whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
And then, I mean, double oak, you're stepping outside the box. Same mash build, proof down to 96, but then we age it in a separate barrel, a second barrel. That second barrel, we use wave stave. So there's grooves, deeper grooves within,
I have no idea what that says.
and soaks it in more. And 1.5 char on that second barrel, 3.5 char on the first barrel, so a lighter toast.
Matt, can you tell me the proof on the double?
96 proof.
Okay, 48.3.
Hey, Johnny
Yep.
Drum, thanks for coming.
I can't
Yeah,
read
you
Matt's
can't read
handwriting,
I'm sorry.
so
It's a
the
problem.
numbers
happens.
are a little bit more legible. So I
And the
can.
double oak was actually
It's
part of
important.
reserve in a sense that we launched more northeast, and it just became popular and became our third diamond, as you would say.
So good.
So and that's where on the caps there's the 3 diamonds. We didn't for a little while there. We didn't have a third. So
Yeah. Get closer. So yeah, there's the 3 diamonds there, which is pretty cool. I just think this is an awesome cork too. That's a really nice cap. It's not a cheap piece of crap like some distilleries use.
and everywhere you pull, they just
Oh, yeah, that's
seem
right.
to pop up. So
Yeah. It's like an embracing the diamonds. It looks awesome though. I really like it. I
On
think
the bottom of the cork, there's 3 diamonds as well.
it's cool.
Get your
Yeah, put it closer to the camera, Will. Oh, there's the cat. The cat wants some Sagamore too. There you
cat
go.
wants the whiskey.
It knows good whiskey when it tastes it.
I get orange peel, vanilla.
Oh yeah, I get strong orange in there for sure.
Ooh, it's like that chocolate orange, that dark chocolate orange.
Yeah, chocolate orange. There's also a little strawberry and mint in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And your vanilla bean and oak.
On the nose.
Oh,
We keep on saying we need to get him a label maker, and we just keep on failing to do so.
No, he just wouldn't use it.
I'll make you guys do it. See, we need to volunteer someone in the chat that lives close by to come label samples when I send them out. Like someone's job. They'll get free whiskey out of the deal. So I mean, I'll take volunteers.
I'll do it.
I learned to wrap everything at the house now. I used to wrap it right in them, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't put liquid like that." And I'm like, "It's not liquid.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not whiskey. This is
It's jam. Liquidy jam.
It's perfume. Perfumes.
Perfume. Because that's not flammable either.
No, they're snow globes.
These coins are great.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, we got a bunch of coins out tonight. We got Casacias Dummies, Aquavites, Crowded Barrel, Whiskey Dicks, Eric Waits. I got Whiskey Dick's new coin. I'll grab that for you real quick. So yeah, so if anybody, this is Whiskey Dick's new coin. How freaking awesome is that? In Dick we trust. I love this freaking coin. It's freaking awesome.
I need one of those. I need to shoot him a message.
For sure. There you go. I like Steve A's comment. It's hilarious. Steve says he wants volunteers for whiskey. He's just passing through Dallas his way to Austin. He's just saying. That's awesome. All right. Somebody else say anything we missed?
Set you up in a little room with a label maker and a list of stuff that he's going to be sending out.
Sure.
There you go. Captain says he has time. And Mark says if he was closer. Robert says, and Robot Scott says, yeah, he might be free. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's great. All right. Let's see. What is Ed saying here? All right. Doesn't even like the regular.
We're having a conversation about pickles.
Makes you leave the room. This one isn't as pickly as I know you guys aren't big fans.
No, this one's not at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't have that. I know a lot of people, like you said, the high rye is really turn them off. That really spicy rye. I personally like it, but of course, I like all whiskey in general. But this happens to be one of the best ryes there is out there. I'm not saying because I actually genuinely feel that way. That this is one of my favorite ryes, and
We've
Actually,
actually.
you're nice to me all the time, so
I
think you.
I do. I am nice to you a lot, but I also gone through a shitload of Sagamore.
And you have a little. I mean,
Yeah,
coming back in this room, I don't think. Well, I mean, I don't know how many people realize what's in here and how many are in here.
And that's just what you can see out on the surfaces.
I know, and I some of the closets too. So
Under the counters. Yeah.
it's an interesting, amazing room.
And then there are two other rooms
yeah, exactly.
that you then have to contend with
It's the
for your
overflow.
attention. So it's kind of insane.
Definitely. Yeah.
If you're ever thinking you need something, or
Hey.
you probably pretty much have it.
I'm always good on getting whiskey from other parts of the country, the world, whatever. You never can have enough whiskey, that's for sure.
That's
I'm
not true.
willing to review just about anything, so always happy to take donations for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good stuff.
And
Right.
Tim, if you need a home for those bottles that you brought, we'll gladly take them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can walk down the street. He said you live wherever you are.
They live.
We're not far at all.
You probably passed us coming
I
out.
will leave them for you. You have a new. They have a new home with you.
You hear that, Matt?
Mhm.
You don't even have to borrow them. They're yours.
Okay, Tim will get us more. I'm not worried about it.
Well, much like many other people, they understand that if it's at your house, it's going to be shared with lots of other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god.
I mean, I can be anywhere and I'll get a text anytime at night or morning. And it's like, I just tasted my uncle. I just tasted my cousin, my friend from here, this person from here. And I appreciate that. That's awesome. I mean,
I do because I think it's really good. And I think people will actually, I'm like, yeah, try this. You'll actually might like this. And then they end up buying a bottle because they like it so much. This is one of the few whiskeys I've had that no one has ever told me I don't like that.
yeah.
Which is rare because usually everyone does.
And I think
Not had one yet.
I think once we get past the MGP stuff and that part of our story, I think even more so people will,
Are you
we're
having
sitting on? We just broke ground on a second rick house, a second bigger rick house. There's one on the farm, and then now a second one or third one being built in the city. So,
Are you currently aging the MGB product?
Have agent.
Disclosed number, I'm not really sure the total number, but
No, I'm sorry. Are you currently aging the MGP product in Maryland, or?
yes,
are you
yes.
letting
So
them-
whatever's left of the MGP is all in Maryland now, and then all of our new stuff. I mean, 9. We have 9 fermenters. Running 2 or 3 shifts a day. I mean, it's they're moving, they're producing, and they're filling every day. And from what I know, I think we're at the 2.5-year mark. I'm not sure how long they're going to go when they find that sweet spot. Patience is everything. If we can be a little patient and put out a good quality rye whiskey, fully, distilled from Sagamore, and that's going to be an exciting day. I mean, who can't wait for
I'm excited.
the distillate to be but the MGP Larry Ebersol. I mean, we did an amazing job right out of the gate. And we worked out of a place called City Garage right in Baltimore, and while the distillery got built, and the copper still from Vendome that we put in is a beauty. We call her Penny. Once again, if you get to Baltimore, you have to stop by the distillery. It's an awesome trip. You can take a boat over the water, a water taxi, or drive over and see it all. But
how big is that? That still you guys have?
Height on it, I forget the height on it. 50. It's pretty big. It was the biggest at one point, and then I'm pretty sure in Texas someone did something, built something bigger. Of course, Texas, but
yeah, you kind of have to expect it from us.
Yeah.
If you don't, you need to read more history.
Right. All right, we'll move on to the port.
We'll go port finish. This stuff was special. I mean, it landed last October. And for Texas, it sold out. It was gone. And then we picked up best rye whiskey in the world in San Francisco with it. And it just kind of like, what do we do now? There's none anywhere. And the distillery had some left over. So we split it up amongst where we thought it would go. I think I had 70 more cases come down here. And it was gone just like that. And now, of course, you tell guys to get it sooner than later. And now everyone's trying to get it, and now there's no, so whatever's on shelves, grab a bottle. It's really unique stuff. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite whiskeys of all time.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's bottle 3 of the port finish for sure. Oh, it's so good. I actually left a bottle down at Engelbrecht when we went to Somm school in the bar there, in the Buzz Bar. So there's a bottle in there of it.
But part of the Reserve series, we do a different label, a little more story on the front. But yeah, I mean, it came and gone. We won that award, which was awesome. It was exciting for the whole entire team, and it kind of helped the rest of the core as well, and got people talking even more so. And
this guy,
shout out to Mike, Troy, New York.
Okay, awesome.
Ooh.
Got fans out there now.
Oh, that's rich and
all over the place. They put your name on the thumbnail and they show up. It's awesome.
That is so nice and sweet on the nose. Kind of fruity.
I was going to say, this one has, on top of the other things that we've already mentioned, there are layers of red fruit as well.
Ray, the answer to your question is yes. Mirage still has a few bottles left to port finish. So if you're in this area, definitely go to Mirage tomorrow, I would suggest, if you want a bottle, because it may not be there after tomorrow, so I would suggest going over there.
He's one of the few that I'll say he has 12 bottles left.
Yeah, at most. Yeah.
And then there's maybe 1 or 2 down in Dallas, but that's about it.
I'm just gonna call William tomorrow and tell him to put one on hold.
Definitely should.
I'll probably just go pick it up tomorrow after I drop the kid off at school.
Now you gotta wait.
I have one at the house that I sip on. The other one I have closed that I just won't open. It's actually a 1A, and then we got to 1B, but
yeah, I think
it's very nice. I like this.
This is beautiful.
And there was a Vintner's finish done, a Muscatel finish, but it never made it down here. So anyone watching from the Northeast or Chicago area or whatnot, I mean, if you see a Muscatel bottle or Vintner's finish, I mean, it's awesome juice as well. But this was somehow we won that award. It was I remember getting the email, and we were following along online, and it was just like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and if you do happen to find the vintage or the Muscatel finish, send us one too. That'd be great. Because we don't have that.
Review them.
Yeah.
Or at least send us a sample.
Yeah.
I want to review that. And certainly taste it for sure.
Yeah.
I love this one. This is so good.
some incredible juice.
It is, especially as you drink down. Like I said, I just opened this one yesterday because I had finished the last one. When you keep drinking these down, it gets better and better as it oxidizes too. It just gets better and better. It's crazy.
Well, and you poured these quite a bit ago, didn't you?
Yeah, so they opened up
20, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. But yeah, it just gets crazy. About especially halfway down the bottle. Oh my gosh, it just turns to magic.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I'm just living in this nose. It's amazing.
It is. It's got that. The port is just accent pizza. You don't really get
a little
it.
plum.
Yeah, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of plum and fig.
I got a question here. How long did you finish it in the port barrels?
I think it's 8 months to a year. Most of the port barrels, some of them came from Baruti Farms, right in Maryland, which is kind of cool, and then some of them sourced from surrounding, some California and whatnot. But yeah, it's not finished long. You still get notes of the port, but it's still I find it to be whiskey forward instead of. I've had some things that are finished and stuff, and it's so powerful up front of what the finish was. This you still get that whiskey forward, but then you get that hint of port and plum and baking spices.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What are you eating over there?
Bacon.
I like it.
Will, you remember any bacon night? What the hell?
Yeah, I didn't actually make it until it wasn't done until about 20 minutes ago.
You just drink your bacon because I gave him a box of whiskey to take back to his house and no bacon today. This is bullshit.
No, he dropped the kid off of school for 8 o'clock and he did absolutely nothing until he picked him up at 3:20.
I call it a good day, Will.
Well, I could have used some bacon over here traveling all day. I got stuck with crappy cookies on the plane.
Bacon.
Does suck.
I wonder if Uber Eats would bring this from my house to your house.
Call Faber and say, "Can you go pick up Will's bacon?"
Yeah.
Favorite
Bacon. There you go.
I wonder if I could make a side business out of bacon delivery.
I'm pretty confident you could at this point. I think everybody knows you make a shitload of bacon.
And it's good.
Yeah. I mean, because they'll bring like you bought 6 pounds, I think, last event we had. It was gone within 10 minutes, if that. It was just gone. It's like, all right, well, that worked out.
You just can't go wrong with bacon.
Oh
yeah, if anybody wants to see just up close, that's what the port finish looks like. So that's what you're looking for.
It's nice and dark and deep. Not only in color, but in flavor as well.
Do that. You want to do the barrel?
Yeah, we can touch on this. I know you guys don't have any over there.
But I'm going to drink some.
So this is pretty unique stuff. Lands September 1st. It's on a truck now for Texas. So Cognac finish. It's the replacement to port finish. So it's the 2019 release.
Pick up one of those from William too.
It's actually a rendition of one we did 2 years ago, a year ago. We did a Cognac finish for Ellicott City they flooded out and
My glass?
Yeah, glass.
And this is just aged longer and even better. Great finish on it. Pear and apricot. Sorry you guys don't get to try it.
See, Captain says it's a reward for no bacon.
That's right.
Oh, we'll get it. We'll try it.
We're paying bacon.
I know where he stashes stuff there.
It's awesome.
We're learning all of the secret hiding spots.
Yes, it's sweet. The anise just kind of barely shows up in this. Oh, it's nice and lots of vanilla bean and oak. Slight oak and baking spices. Ooh, that smells
bacon
awesome.
spices.
Ooh, so does taste.
A little cinnamon. 101 proof.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That's totally different than the port.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's nice, though. It's really buttery.
Yeah.
Butterscotch, big time.
Toffee a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
And the second sip, you get more of the effervescence on it. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice replacement. That's going to sell quick. That's not going to last.
So, we're fortunate that, the 70 cases coming to DFW. They're already it's sold out to the ones that are landing, and some indies got them, and some chains got them too, and it's gonna go same thing. Grab it while it's on the shelf to either keep it as a keeper, or it's a fun finish, and it's nice to have a little bit of it, but sometimes you always want more.
Absolutely, always want more good whiskey. Can never be enough.
I wish there was more port finish, but
yeah, really.
Maybe in 5-6 years if they throw some more.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, Carly.
That's
You get
awesome.
fans on this thing, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome. YouTube is great. Those community in general is just great. Good stuff.
Some new followers.
Exactly. There you go. Even better. Oh, I like that a lot. It's tasty.
Jump into the barrel.
Yeah. All right. So the main event. Let's talk about the barrel pick. So let's show everybody one. Yeah, I kind of open one. This is a closed one. But yeah, so it says, let's see. Come on, focus. Focus, damn it.
Well, you're moving it too much, silly.
Ours focus.
All right, there it says. So this is from Mirage Fine Spirits and Whiskey Traders pick for 2019. It's barrel 72, barrel select, 110 proof, and let Tim take it away from there.
Whiskey Crusaders.
Yeah, it's the open one.
Yeah, this one's Mirage.
Oh,
Straight up.
yeah. Oh, yeah, and then on the back, has the awesome sticker. How freaking cool is that? Let's see. So
it's a 6-year-old. It's 110 proof. It's one of 10 barrels that came to Texas. I think I've been poaching on William for a while and knew Matt, and I think it was. I always try to do barrels to make them personable, intimate, not everyone having the same barrel. I think barrel programs are out there everywhere, and everyone has the same. There's some brands that they're at every store, and it just doesn't become as intimate. And for here, there's 3 barrel picks in total in all of DFW for 2019. There's one down in San Antonio. And the rest are in Houston area, whatnot. And it becomes unique. It becomes, not all the same juice, not all the same, everyone having one, and becomes more personable and more exciting in that sense. But it's a true 6-year-old. This one, I believe, was filed on 5/13/2013 or 1/13. 5/6/2013.
Yeah, it's barrel 72, floor 6, rack 3. And we compared 5 different barrels when we did this. And
they were all 5 ridiculously different from one another. So you were talking about doing barrels that aren't just the standard, aren't just the normal. I loved that about this pick. The barrels that we were choosing from were all very, very different from each other, and it was really wonderful.
Spencer and Steve, I'll hit you guys up on Discord, and we'll talk to you guys about that. And Robert, Mirage has plenty left. Robert, when we go over there to talk to him, you can certainly get one then. But I'll take care of you guys. If you guys are coming down for the Bastards Ball, we'll take care of that. If anybody's doing that, let me know. And just on our email, whiskeycrusaders3@gmail.com, or hit me up in the random Discords I'm in for like Whiskey Dick and Irish Wines and Bourbon Insane and Scotch for Dummies. So,
I mean, that was the cool thing about the 10 barrels this year is I got to go through all 10. I mean, you guys went through 5 of them, and they were all uniquely different, and it really was kind of what who liked what, and some were really spicy, and some were really sweet, and some might have missed one of them tasted nothing like our normal juice, so that was pretty unique in its own sense. But this one was pretty special. It took a little work to get out of the 5.
Yeah,
I think we went through 3, and then we found 2 more.
We found 2 more, and that's when we picked this one. Yeah,
and
this was unique. It's different than the other stuff we've had. And just so much nice citrus on this one compared to the other ones. It's very unique, which is why we picked it.
Yeah.
I just love the nose in this thing.
This was and honestly still is one of my favorite ryes I've had to date.
Absolutely. I drink half a ball of this in like
and that's 110 proof, and that does not
no, not even close.
It doesn't drink like it's that high at all.
No.
And think about the cask. You know, I don't know for you, like 112.6. That's just like simple, easy, robust, hot.
Yeah,
and then just like
it's a huge, just beautiful, bald, perfect journey for this whiskey. It's just beautiful. Yeah, and I've shared it with a ton of people too, and everyone's just been like, "Oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome!" So yeah, pretty much everyone who's tried it has went and bought a bottle.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're anywhere in this area or you want one, you're coming down to the Bastards Ball.
there's not a lot of it. I mean, once it's
it's gone.
If you're into collecting, at least get one so you have it. And when there's another one around, they're all going to be different. Next year I'll probably do another 10 barrels. That's it. It's there's 62 total barrels in the country, I believe, and that's not a lot. Between when you spread out to New York, California, Florida, Texas, I get the most. I take the most barrels down here. It's a big state, and a lot of people love barrel programs. But 3 in DFW. DFW is pretty massive. I mean, it's only 204 bottles. I mean,
it's not that many bottles.
So if you get one, I mean, you're one of few people in a large size state like this that will have a bottle, and this one's unique to Fort Worth. There's one Allen area, and then there's one down in Dallas that DBC's doing. So Lakewood. So
in our case, for a case of this particular one.
Say that again.
I said in our case, a case of this particular bourbon.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and also if you go to the store at Mirage, he has a tasting bottle as well, so you guys can taste it before you buy it, just to make sure. But you won't be disappointed. This is fantastic stuff. We didn't pick it because we didn't think it was good. We picked it because we think it's great.
Right.
Oh,
and then with our barrel picks, of course you do them. We do some in state. We did this one right in state with samples, and then there's options to go up. Eventually, we'll take a visit up, but you can go up and pick right from at the rick house and taste your barrels in the rick house on the farm, which is a pretty cool old wooden rick house. That not a lot of our barrels are stored there. It's more for show and whatnot, but there's aging being done there, and then or you can pick it here and then go up and bottle it yourself. So there's that fun option too, that you can stay on the line and actually bottle and hand sign the labels. But it's a process in its own right itself. So, but then, you come up, you hang out in Baltimore, Fells Point, Pendry Hotel, or one of the Marriotts right there. And the Pendry is a gorgeous property. It's one or two top hotels in the country, I believe. And then right across the water is Sagamore Spirit. Take a water taxi over, take a tour, eat at Rye Street Tavern, Nick's Fish House, do crab legs or whatnot. And it's an overall great experience. It's I think there's a brand new tour that just came up in the Northeast. I think it hits like 83 distilleries. It's where you can map it out, and it's not all distilleries. There's like landmarks.
Oh, okay. I was like,
and but it's more the history of that trail up there. Just like the other trails that there's a new Texas trail, isn't there?
Yeah, there's the new Texas whiskey trail for sure.
So
there's 15
the Northeast has stepped up, and everyone's kind of combined forces, and you can travel around there and experience that stuff. But going to Baltimore, and even if you're not doing a barrel pick, you go up and it's cool. You get to try some stuff. We have a white rye, of course, and stuff that doesn't leave the distillery. So you get to see some things, and the operation itself is state of the art and first class, and good people there. Everyone loves to talk. We got great guys that they don't shy away, and they want to meet everybody and shake hands. And that's the one thing, everyone's passionate about what we do. That's our whole thing, is being passionate. Why be in it if you're just
exactly. That's
we have a core team out there just loving what they do and loving rye whiskey and loving whiskey in general, and out there selling a great brand. So we're coming. We're 2 years really out to market. 35 states, Japan, Canada, Mexico, or Japan, I think right now.
Okay.
I think the other two are almost there. But
because Donald was asking if you guys were in Canada yet.
I think it's almost there.
Okay.
There's some weird stuff that you have to do to
get whiskey there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
We're growing fast. I mean, it's just 2 years is not that long of a time. I think Patron and some brands took 10 years.
That's crazy.
Tito's took 8 years before they even were talked about. But we're trying to inspire that global passion for rye whiskey, Maryland style rye, which is new to a lot of people. Rye whiskey is new again to a lot of people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
an old grandfather's whiskey, right? I mean, it's
really
great.
With people,
Right.
like I would say probably 3 or 4 years ago, my collection I had like 7 ryes. Now I've got like 170.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I remember being a kid, and if you stole something out of the cabinet, it was either like a peppermint schnapps or an old like tough rye whiskey, and you got made fun of when you pulled out the rye whiskey that just did not go over well. So I think ryes have changed. The whole category's changed. Brown liquors are you guys know yourselves. I mean, there's so many, and
absolutely.
We're happy to be in the rye category. We're only doing ryes, which is kind of fun because that's all we have to talk all year round.
Right, which is great. It's just one focus, which is kind of nice. It's not just hey, we're making all these other products too. It's like, and here's some rye. In
the middle of the heat of the summer, we're still talking rye. So and you can do some fun things to make rye delicious during the summer when it's hot. And I believe you can drink whiskey year round.
I do.
I know you guys do too.
Oh yes.
And whiskey's not meant to drink alone anymore. It's meant to drink with groups and people. And I think the whole nostalgia around whiskey has changed.
Definitely.
Which is cool. So.
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
What's a white rye?
It's just right. We don't age in the barrels, so it's.
Oh, very fun. Okay.
So it's like new make, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
White dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never heard the term before, so I just was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, and tell you the truth, it's my favorite one. But we only sell it at the distillery.
See, and Steve A says he drinks your and he enjoys them more with friends. Don't we all? Whiskey's meant to be shared, and that's the whole point. And that's the fun part about all this is sharing all this whiskey with you guys in general. I think that's one of my favorite things about the live stream is getting to connect with the fans and just talk about whiskey in general and having a blast, especially doing barrel picks and things like this. I mean, all the cool crap that's coming down the pipe. And then if anybody's coming to the Starward event on the 14th of September, this pick will definitely be here for anybody who wants to try it for sure. So it's just great. I just love this whiskey for sure.
And I think it's the whole category has exploded because of stuff like this.
You did good.
Because of people wanting to, whiskey was such a closed off.
Oh yeah. And
let me sip on my whiskey and smoke my cigar. Now I think you can sip on whiskey and drink with a lot of people and talk about it.
Yeah, it's always a blast. I mean, it's just always good with whiskey. You can always find, and if you don't like this whiskey,
what are you swatting at?
He's throwing bacon at the animals.
Pieces at the animals to keep them away from my table.
We have one cat,
bacon tossing.
The whiskey cat.
The whiskey cat.
Who wants the bacon? So keeping them away.
That's funny. That just turned into. That's funny. That's probably true, Captain. That's a good point. Yeah.
Smog.
Mine.
It's all mine.
But that
that's
would be
30 years old. No, you can't take that.
Wait, tell them about your labs and stuff that you guys have and the cool stuff there at the distillery.
Yeah, we have a whole testing lab, and it's. I've been to some distilleries and did the tours, and I think our distillery is one of a kind and state of the art, and we have where all kinds of magic happens and secrets and stuff up in the pipeline that even I don't know about. That's cool. You walk around the rick houses or you walk around the distillery and you see things happening, and I think even when you visit it, there's always something that can be tried. Mm-hmm. Some things even, I know the cognac at one point, it wasn't ready. And I know people that traveled through that distillery got to taste it along the way.
That's cool.
And what I think that's the one thing cool about visiting it is you could be there one day and there's something, happening in those labs and those guys, mess around with stuff and they're not shy of letting people try it because they want someone to say that stuff is not ready yet. Or, and I think every time I've been there and I've been up a bunch of times, there's always something. And then you're like, when are we going to do it? Or what's the deal with that? And of course it's always hush, hush, but, so far, I mean, it's been awesome having, we have our 3 core and then these fun little one-offs and then the barrel programs itself. Last year was just a 95 proof 4.5-year-old barrel, and it was delicious. But everyone wanted a higher proof, and we knew we had to do that, and we really dove into it this year, and it happened for us. So I think this was a home run, and we'll see where the barrel program goes from here. But it's a unique, fun program that I think you guys are now. To me, it's very personable for me. So it's like
absolutely.
I've known you for a while, and you introduced me to so many people up here, and then William at Mirage, and it becomes really personal for a guy like me. I hope it was just as personal for you guys.
Yeah, it's been
where
fantastic.
I don't walk around everywhere and there's a barrel sitting everywhere. I've had guys. There's still guys going, "Hey, can we get a barrel?" And I'm like, it wouldn't be the right fit because just to give someone one that's not as fun for me. So. It's a journey. It's just like a whiskey journey. It's a barrel pick is a journey for me, and a journey with a group of people that, get to try it and pick it. And I think there was 5 or 6 you guys hands in it.
Yeah, basically, and then me and William, Sarra, and then Adam and Randy, and us, and William, of course.
So I mean, it's kind of cool that
Yeah, there's only a few of us that picked this, and this barrel is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So
we did good.
Not biased or anything, but we did good.
Not biased or anything. Did the cat just give you a high five?
Yeah.
No. I was patting myself on the back.
It's always fun when the cat's giving out. As long as you feed the cat bacon, I think the cat's happy.
Yeah.
So,
You want to give me a high five?
Yeah, can't go wrong. But yeah, it's a special whiskey community with what is it?
Can you give me a high five?
Cat. Oh, the cat. Okay. Yes. Oh, there's the cat. Cat wants whiskey and bacon this time. Not
Yes.
So
bacon
in the Sagamore, see if it tastes. If it's even better.
Mostly bacon.
Oh, don't worry, Bobby and Sam. We'll definitely. I would bring in a bottle to Austin for sure. For everybody that takes it down to the Crowded Barrel Bastards Ball, there'll definitely be some bottles I'll be bringing down for you guys, everybody to try and share for sure at Quinta. So don't worry about that. There'll definitely be bottles for everybody.
Donald's got a question there if you want to highlight it, Matt.
Yeah, I saw the Ontario. I don't know specifically where. I know it's a pretty hard process. It has to do with Pennsylvania, I believe, a little bit. How you get into Canada a little bit, I believe. But I know it's strongly in the works. There might even be there already, but yeah.
Lovely Canadian.
And I love Ontario, so I'm a Montreal fan too.
Oh, okay. Well, then good reason. Well, Donald, hopefully you'll get it soon. Then is what that means. At least the core lineup. Right. Unfortunately, yes, Steve. La Quinta. It will be amazing. Yes, we're staying at La Quinta, William. Don't worry. Yeah, talk to Steve A about the list at La Quinta. That's on the Discord. He'll help you out. Hey, Cliffs, thanks for coming in. Okay, that's only too far.
Are we gonna have a list for what people are bringing this year?
Yeah, Steve A is in charge of it.
That is fantastic.
Do you have anything that is the story release on it? I mean, our white rye. There's some other things. I mean, Vintners, there wasn't much of it that went anywhere, and then most of it's still at the distillery. Or I don't think there's really any left on the shelf. Muscatel, there was none left on the shelf when I was there.
Ooh, cool. Who wants the list? I'll have everybody contact you, Steve, over in the Discord. I think that's the easiest thing to do, and we'll go from there. And I'll post the thing on to the Tribe's Patreon probably in a couple weeks or so, and we'll start working it out and get this thing figured out for sure. Yes, Whiskey Fest 2019 for sure. I'll bring bottles of everything, of every Sagamore, actually. I think that's probably the easiest thing. Especially everybody hasn't tried it. I'll just bring a bottle of each one. Everybody can try it for sure. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah, the core, I mean, these two it will probably pop up in most, especially newer markets or newer cities, and then double up to follow. The smaller releases will always be tough, Yeah. Even with the Cognac that's coming out, Cali got a decent amount, Texas, and then some of the smaller markets got some, but a lot of it's on the East Coast because we're a pretty strong brand on the East Coast and growing this way. But, I think we'll see some newer markets next year, which will be fun, like Iowa and Washington State and
cool.
Oregon and Hawaii possibly.
Awesome.
But
Travis will be excited. He's in Iowa, so.
Oh, nice.
Sagamore's coming to you soon, Travis. So that's good news.
Go Hawkeyes.
I have no idea where he went to school. I don't know. Sure. Ask him. Don't know. Yeah, Iowa. I know. Shocking. There's whiskey coming to Iowa, Travis.
Someday, soon.
You see, he's all excited. You see, and plus, Will walk around with pockets of bacon, I think. We're just going to make him hang like bacon around his neck. It'll be great. Just like a big gallon sack of bacon.
You should do a bacon suit like they did on the show on MTV years ago.
Oh, gosh.
You use the bacon suit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let the animals attack him.
There will be bacon.
There will be bacon. Details are still being worked out, but there will be bacon.
Johnny Drum says there's Sagamore everywhere.
Connecticut in the house.
All right. Excellent.
I'm going to have my bacon and other people's bacon.
Ohio. Oh, I did not know that, Travis. Interesting. Never been to Texas. The tribe called him. Let's go. Yes. Yes, William Devillar, you must.
In Ohio, in Louisiana.
Jackass? Is that where it's from?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I let him say it.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody gives a shit.
I couldn't think of it.
Good job. I'm assuming it's Bobby. Could be Sam. Don't know. Could be the both of them. Who knows? That's awesome.
Picked by Sagamore. Oh, Whiskey Thieves.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You're a part of that. So we have a group called the Whiskey Thieves, and there's some unique stuff that happens with that group that's
cool.
Very distillery. They did a specific barrel pick with the Whiskey Thieves. They let the Whiskey Thieves come in and taste some of these things before they're even launched. So it's pretty cool. And I think they're doing some things with the Whiskey Thieves leading up to the full distillate as well, which is kind of cool. Which will be over the next 2 years, 2.5 years.
That's awesome. Oh, boo. We were hoping she was really passed out. It's fun shit happens to Sam when she passes out with Bobby around. You never know. And we get to watch it the next day on Patreon, which is awesome. We love you, Sam, but it's funny as shit when you pass out. Oh. But yeah, so hopefully some people. Has anybody actually in the chat been up to the Sagamore distillery at all? By chance?
Or at least tried the product.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Bingo.
I like both these plans. Oh yeah, Richie Z, you definitely need to catch up for sure. I know you said you like the double, so definitely have some of that for sure. I think what Sam says, her sister, I think, lives near the Sagamore distillery or something like that. So if you get to go visit your sister, you should go to the distillery for sure. Texas at some point. Yes, Donald, come to Texas for sure. And then we can have some of our delicious barrel pick. We'll definitely indulge you for sure.
There's a lot of things you can have here.
This is true. Yeah.
But yes, go Sagamore first.
Yeah, there you go.
And then dive into the rest of this stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jason says from the Mash and Drum. He says to me, "Oh, I come to your house in October. Can I just sleep with the bottles? I don't need a bed. I'm just gonna sleep in your bar." So good times for Jason.
Yeah, I'll curl up in a sleeping bag. It's fine.
That's fine.
Surrounded by bottles.
Yes, I'll build myself a bottle fort with boxes of full boxes of whiskey. And
there you go. You want to sleep on. Make a pillow out of one of the softer cases. It'd be great.
One of these nights.
Buy bulk bacon.
I may live 4 minutes away, but
yeah, really. I think Travis has got a point about the bulk bacon. You may be out in the La Quinta parking lot, just like seriously frying up some bacon out there.
I might be.
It's just gonna have to bring in a giant freaking griddle and start.
I'm gonna be making bacon for like a week before the trip. Every day, like 10, 12 batches. Yeah.
We'll just have to hit up Josh and Gretchen and see if we can use their
stove. Ooh, there you go. Use their stove.
That's a good idea. Just use their house. Good point.
Yeah.
I need to re-up my bacon supply. Can I come use your oven?
Let's see. DJ11 wants to know, what do I have the most of? Scotch. I have the Scotch more than anything. I've got over almost 600 different Scotches, something like that. And then
600.
Yeah. And then followed by bourbon, which is around 500 something. So,
and then the only rye is Sagamore rye.
Yeah.
It's the only rye worth having.
Yes.
There you go.
I cleared everything else out of here.
A full suitcase of bacon. You may just have to line that bacon with a trash bag, Will, and then fill it with bacon.
Yeah, just a dedicated bacon suitcase.
Sounds like a plan.
Bacon bag.
A bacon
Bacon backpack.
bacon bag. My trunk full of whiskey, your trunk full of bacon.
Huh?
That'll be great. I said my trunk will be full of whiskey. Yours will be full of bacon.
I think it evens out.
Who do you think is going to get liked more? I'm just saying. You know, I mean,
I don't know. Those are both pretty great products, whiskey and bacon. Can't really go wrong with either one.
they pair so well together.
That's why we go so well together, Matt.
This is true.
I mean, why couldn't I be over there tonight?
He was supposed to drop bacon off. He failed. It's Will's fault.
I mean, I could have sat right in between.
Right, like, look, we got room.
We got room.
Right here.
I would have just rested my head right on your shoulders.
Like,
There you go.
oh, so William Davlar wants to know when you can get Sagamore in Idaho.
Ooh.
I'm not sure on that one. I think they still got to build the trails to there. I'm just soon, I hope.
Oh, that's funny as shit. Oh, you know, he has a good point. I mean, I know Idaho's, it's up there. They have some liquor stores. Not real sure how it gets there.
I mean, we're in 35 states. It's pretty daunting already, but I think as we grow and, it's hard to just plop a whiskey somewhere and you don't have a body or someone to be able to help, move it and, talk about it because such a demanding market that.
You got a point. Yeah. Just tell William he's willing to work for whiskey. You can have him start.
Yeah.
Liquor stores out there in Idaho to get Sagamore.
William, you like to do tastings?
There you go. So William Davlar. So I think you just got yourself a new volunteer job.
Internship.
I
hope you took notes tonight.
Oh my god!
See, that's how you get whiskey into your state. To volunteer to do tastings. There could be a lot worse, jobs you could do for free.
For real.
That's true.
For sure.
I love doing them. I mean, everyone's like, why do you love I love staying. I mean, that's how I met you. It's
exactly.
Just,
and then I think we hung out for like an hour and a half with you that night.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, you want to come to my house and do a tasting? Who's this crazy bastard?
I thought we were going to do karate in the garage, but it ended up just being a whiskey tasting.
The option for karate in the garage is available.
Yeah, especially with my kids. They both do karate, so it's all good.
I'll do tastings. I'll do tastings in Louisiana.
There you go. That's funny. I assume you guys are already in Louisiana.
We are, but it's a heavily Sazerac country.
Oh, yeah. That it is. It is.
Maybe you're gonna have to push it hard.
It's not very easy down there.
See, he says he'll humbly accept the position. So see, now you got a rep in Idaho.
There you go.
Oh.
The sample bottles will be a very high. Why is there so many sample bottles coming out of Idaho? William,
oh, that's funny.
One for the guest, one for me. One for the guest, one for me.
There you go.
Yep.
Hell of a deal. Hey, Neil, thanks for showing up. Yeah, the Cognac barrel, it's really nice. So whenever it gets on the shelves, definitely buy it because I don't think it's going to last real long.
No, I don't either.
I like Captain's thing about the look and how people show up. Yeah, a lot of people did show up to that. It was definitely a damn good night that night. So, man, shit, we went late, too. I think people stayed here till like 1 o'clock in the morning that night. It was a good night.
That was the first event I think we attended.
It was, because that was right after we got back from the Crowded Barrel opening. Yeah, it was. It was like maybe
wow, that's a year ago.
Neil's another local Troy native.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fan club.
Awesome. See, look at these new people you're bringing tonight. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Viewership.
I like viewership. Viewership is awesome.
Travis wants you to give Tim his information for tastings in Iowa.
You go to Iowa?
Yeah, I'll come. You got a room I can stay in?
He's staying at your house, Travis. Okay,
that's what I do now. I travel and stay in people's. They host rooms. Neil from Troy actually just hosted me in his own brand new home. He kicked me out finally, but
that's awesome. So Travis, there's your answer. He will come and gladly do tasting, but you must have him stay at your house. I think that's a good deal. You get free whiskey and he hangs out at your house, and you do tasting there. Seems like a good deal to me.
But you have to supply him with some whiskey.
It's Iowa.
Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa.
He's got a plethora of Iowa whiskey.
That's true, he does.
I want that on a T-shirt.
There you go. Hooked up. He's got another bedroom.
There you go. See, got a bedroom. All right. Hello. Oh, that's funny.
Me.
Pour that up a LaSalle.
Rooms for whiskey.
I was drinking that LaSalle last night.
Yeah, LaSalle good.
Good shit.
I do like that plan. Name that quote. Yep, I do like that. The field. Yeah, absolutely, the Field of Dreams.
Yankees, Chicago White Sox, Field of Dreams next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you like either team.
I remember went up to Bethpage, New York, back when I was just probably like 17, 18. And they have an old 1800s baseball league there.
Mm-hmm.
And seriously, the guys went to the cornfields and shit to play. It's freaking amazing by those rules. And it's kind of staged, but yeah, like they can bounce the ball in. It's 5 balls, 4 strikes. They don't use gloves, and the umpires berate you when they bunch, tell you to go back and hit like a man. Hilarious.
A lot of history up there.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of the Northeast.
Yeah,
but I do love Texas.
Absolutely. Are you from up there? Or are you from?
I'm from New York originally.
My parents from Long Island. Where are you guys? Where are you from?
Troy, New York.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Why they're all piling.
That's awesome. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's great. Oh, too funny. I want to watch that game. Hell yeah, I'll watch that game. Baseball is freaking awesome.
I want to go to that game.
Oh, that's a good point. I agree.
But I don't know how they're gonna. They have to
probably a lottery.
Resize it. And,
yeah,
I don't know.
Probably a lottery for those tickets. I'm sure, more than likely. Or maybe
shout out to Louisiana! They just won the Little League World Series.
Oh, awesome!
Oh, nice.
They beat Curacao.
Even better. Yeah, I think this is how you say it.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Or is that how you say that? Liqueur. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, of course so, yeah. The reason I know is because they speak Dutch there, and we met a bunch of Dutch people in Aruba when we were staying there. That's how I learned to pronounce it.
Are you guys playing quarters over there?
No.
Maybe.
Shoeless Joe Jackson doesn't make an appearance. I'll be disappointed. That would be awesome if Shoeless Joe Jackson showed up. I will give you that. That would be amazing. Would not complain about that whatsoever. Good night, ADH Fishing. Thanks for coming in. Dreamland of bourbon and rye for sure. I just have a Dreamland of whiskey every day, and it's wonderful. Yes, we call that my bar.
For real.
Stuff, for sure.
For the back room.
I think I'm going to pour some more of this barrel because I happen to really like this barrel a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. We did a good job.
Hell yeah. Thanks for making such a freaking awesome whiskey.
I like it. It's just great the way it is, you know?
It is.
Not even a cube.
No, it's just perfect the way it is.
And if you happen to get a bottle, William and I put most of these stickers on. So if it's fucked up, sorry.
There you go.
Just saying. How many boxes can we do that way?
I do, and Donald's got a point. They do that Winter Classic, which is really fucking cool. The whole outdoor NHL game, that thing is freaking awesome. I love watching that game on TV every year. I really like to go to one of those, but unfortunately, there's never going to be a Winter Classic down in Texas. That seems like a very poor choice. Kind of like the one time we host the freaking Super Bowl and it freaking ices.
Blizzard.
Yeah, it's like, really?
I gave my dad. I got some tickets. I lived in Vegas at the time. I gave my dad a pair of tickets, and he came down. He goes, "I left the Northeast snowing, and I showed up to Texas, and it was snowing, and they couldn't get around anywhere."
Oh, it's
blizzard.
It's crazy. The personal touch, yes. I think you guys labeled most of those bottles for sure.
Yeah, we did.
This one's tilted by a millicentimeter.
I don't know if that's one of the first bottles, Matt. We didn't do that one.
No, it's true.
Spot on. I don't know how you got it so spot on, but
Practice.
Yeah, we did this one.
See?
No, we didn't.
With love then. See? It's all good.
I didn't do this shit. This isn't right.
Don't blame it on William.
No, actually, we pulled one off the stack that was already out there. So I don't know who did those.
It could have been William too. It could have been my brother.
We did all the stash that was still back in the back.
Oh, you told in the backs, yeah. We did some of the ones in the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Yep.
I'm not sure what I don't know what that. What is that? A millilosome.
I probably said it wrong, or they're laughing at me. I can't tell what that is.
What the hell? Okay, Mark. I don't know what the hell that word means.
Millicentimeter?
What does that mean? I don't know that word.
Is that like
Is that you just fucking?
1,000 times a millimeter?
I don't know.
Or did we
Sure.
make the word up?
Sure, Mark. Whatever. I don't know what that word means.
Best liquor stores close to La Quinta. What's the? Am I missing something?
Okay.
La Quinta.
Okay.
Catch me up on the.
All right. So La Quinta is
La Quinta.
is the hotel we're all staying at in Austin. That is near the Whiskey Vault, which is where the Master's Ball at the Carter Barrel is in October. But we all stayed there last year, and I brought I filled my whole trunk full of whiskey. I've got 40-something whiskeys now with me. And so they don't have a bar there, which is perfect because we turned the lobby into a bar. So we just lined the whole damn La Quinta bar, and by the time we were done, we had like 100-something bottles out there. And people just
Giant party.
Because everybody saw that Matt was so giving, and they went and got their
60-something people in the bar the first night, and then we met a bunch of other YouTube channels there in the bar, and that's kind of how we got interested in all this crap. But yeah, and Cliff's right. There's a Specs across the street.
Yep.
Across the street, so that's the place to go if anybody needs to buy whiskey while you're there to contribute to the cause.
I don't know how. I mean, in Austin, there's Raju at Liquor Cabinet. He has an unbelievable collection. Always fun to talk to. And then Moonshine Bar and Grill right downtown. Joe and Larry, I believe, they have an awesome collection inside that restaurant. And maybe if you can ask, they usually might take you downstairs where you'd be surprised what's downstairs in that basement. I think it's kind of a secret to a lot of people, but there's a hell of a collection down there in that restaurant.
Have you hook me up with that and go down there?
You're gonna say that sounds like a trip that we need to make.
I'm not sure where. I'm trying to think of the specs you're talking about.
This La Quinta's on Mopac. Does that help at all? Because
Yeah.
I don't really know. I didn't go to liquor store while I was there. I just I had it. Like I said, my whole trunk. I
You
literally
had a liquor store.
the back seat because the trunk was full completely with whiskey. There was nothing. There was no room for any clothes. Who needs clothes when there's whiskey? There's a few in this suitcase. It was all good. It was in the
Who needs
specs.
clothes when there's whiskey?
But he at Moonshine, I think he does over 30 barrel picks a year.
Damn,
for a restaurant.
that's awesome.
And then he's just an avid collector, and it's an old carriage house restaurant. It's pretty cool. A lot of history. And then I was there one day. He goes, "Follow me." I went downstairs. I'm like, "Does anyone know about this?"
Yeah. Well, I guess, Sam, for all the liquor you buy there is going to have to go home with someone. You have to pay $36 to take it back. Yeah. Ooh, carry on there and home it's 50. Damn, that's crazy. Carry on there and home it's 50. Wow, that's expensive carry on. Shit.
You have 2 free carry-ons in Southwest. That's my Southwest plug.
My thing is DFW is so much closer to us than South. Gotta go all the freaking BFE over there.
Left field, you walk in, you walk out.
Yeah, it's too far.
Great point system.
It's funny
You're
because
gonna walk a lot less in Love Field than you do in DFW. That's for sure.
Yeah. So it's funny. So my cousins came here from Baltimore.
Yeah.
This was like 2 or 3 years ago, and they're like, "Oh, we're getting this flight. I'm gonna take them back to the airport." So I didn't know they'd come in freaking Love Field. They're like, "Oh yeah, take us back to the airport later." I'm like, "Okay, sure, whatever."
Oh, you drove.
I looked the flight up. I'm like, "Oh, so we're going to DFW, right?" They're like, "Oh, no, we're to Love Field." Fuck. It's going to freaking Love
forget
Field.
that it's further.
I'm like, it's so much further, and I'm like, I had never been there before. I'm like, you want to go where? What the hell would I go there? Oh, really? Does it go that weekend? That's
every seat on Southwest is first class, by the way.
Second plug.
See, I like Ryan's idea. Ship it to me. This is a good plan. Always ship me whiskey. I'm all for it. It's a good plan.
Yeah, you can ship it.
And it will be safe, and it will definitely get to La Quinta if it gets shipped here, no doubt. Will it be tried prior? Probably.
Maybe.
Will you get it to La Quinta? Yes. How much will be left? Don't know.
No guarantees can be made.
He's going down. Man down over here.
Man down.
Pipe.
That wasn't the whiskey. It was himself. Just want to make that clear. Disclaimer.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than choking on hot whiskey or going down your nose or something. It'll clean out your sinuses, though. I'll tell you that. There you go, Captain. Good plan. Oh gosh, that's yeah.
I could see John doing that.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be any medics.
I
So.
can remember John doing that.
No.
I know some medics. I don't know if any of them are going. I guess we better make sure there's a few of those around. Hopefully, with some doctors in the tribe hanging out La Quinta is probably a good choice. A few nurses, couldn't hurt. Plus, we'll have bacon to support you and revive you.
Bacon.
They'll all have bacon. I don't know what you're talking about. We'll have bacon. I will have bacon for me.
What kind of bacon do you use? Like, is there specific?
I use a thick cut bacon that I bake in the oven instead of frying it up on a skillet.
Yeah, that's how I do my bacon, and everyone always laughs at me because I lay it on a sheet tray.
Oh no, I put down the paper.
Yep.
Lay it down on a sheet tray. I do the same thing, and I cook it up nice and slow.
It's perfect.
Right. It has the super crispy, crunchy outside, but it's still nice and moist and juicy on the inside. Yeah, I said it all. I did.
Moist.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like this plan, Donald. If I ever make it there,
I should have spent extra sponsorship dollars to go to your guys' room, your house.
Every
I'm
time.
sorry if I honestly.
Amazing.
I'll make sure next time you come that Will brings bacon here. So
I will make sure that I bring bacon for you.
there you go. I'm strongly yes, Bobby. Strongly except for this, I haven't flown in 10 years. Holy
Bacon
shit!
is the best CPR.
Yeah, Bobby, it's a hell of a gift there you're giving Sam to fly down instead of driving from Kentucky. That's a hell of a long ass drive.
I was in the airport today, and they had you can practice CPR on a machine. I was
Seriously?
like, this is amazing. They're right in the middle of the airport.
In the airport.
Like instead of like Golden Tea or like Pac-Man, practice CPR.
Because that sounds sanitary.
And there was it was a screen, and then there was a square, and there was a half body, and you could sit there and like
alrighty
put
then.
your dollars.
The chest compressions are the most important part.
The what?
The chest compressions are the most important part of CPR. The mouth to mouth is not nearly as important as making sure the chest compressions are staying constant and going. So
We have our medic for La Quinta.
Who's that?
I think we just found him.
Yeah.
Banana bags?
His name is Will.
His name is Will, and he can do CPR
He's gonna charge people for CPR.
There you go.
and bacon.
And apparently there's banana bags of IV. I don't know what that means, Robot Scott, but I'll take your word for it. Yes. Bobby, I suggest drinking heavily prior to getting on this flight, or just have Sam, give you some Ambien or something to knock your ass the hell out. And Steve's got a point. It's just got to drink so much damn whiskey in your trunk you can't fly. You have a valid point, Steve. You can only bring so much food. That's going to be an expensive ass carry on. Then TSA will break your crap. Ooh, Pedialyte on tap though. Ooh, that sounds gross. I suggest everyone control them damn selves. If I had to give if anybody's to have freaking CPR, that La Quinta will not let us come back. Do not be that stupid. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. I like that the local airport has a decent bar. Most airport bars suck. Although I will say, which was cool, I don't know how any of the airports are, but we were in Traverse City in June. You could actually buy whiskey and take it on the plane just from like a regular little shop there. It was crazy. I hadn't seen that before, which was nice. And then all sorts of wines and shit. It was awesome.
We've had a couple times in in Baltimore airport there where we sell bottles.
They do that too. Very cool. Must be a new thing they're doing, which is very cool they're doing that.
No, they put in states that aren't blue, man.
If DFW does, that's why I was shocked to see it. I was like, you can buy bottles at the airport? That's awesome. And not duty free, which is really cool, which I thought was awesome.
Well, they live in states that don't have blue laws like ours.
Yeah. Oh, you're probably right.
Our laws suck.
It has to do with where you can sell it and who can sell it.
Stupid laws. As usual. There you go. And field trauma kit. That's nice. I really hope we don't need the field trauma kit. I'm gonna be honest. Let's please never use that. Steve's gonna take how long is that damn trip, Steve, from freaking Minnesota? That's a long ass trip. It's gotta be like
Sagamore, Minnesota.
far ass as well, I'm sure.
Just stay there, stay home, and drink Sagamore. I'm pretty sure it was Minnesota where I found a bottle of Surge. You remember Surge?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was made in like 20 friggin' maybe longer.
Pretty sure it was Minnesota.
It was like 25 years ago.
We were up there doing stuff with the whiskey, and I went in a convenience store and they had Surge. I took a sip of it and I was like, I did not remember it being that. You need CPR for.
Oh god, the bottle was probably the can was probably 25 years
slime.
old.
It was like green Ecto Cooler slime.
It's been on the shelf for 25 years.
It was the stuff that they used to dip the tunes in.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's great. Oh, 17 hours and 22 minutes. Man, Steve, that is freaking exact.
Right?
Wow, you're really making this trip special.
Stopping in Wichita, though. That's cool.
It'd be much better if you drove down and back.
Oh,
that's a story.
God, that would be insane. You'd be so freaking tired from that drive. But like, stay the hell away from him on the road. He's all weaving all over the damn place. Night, Robot Scott. Thanks for coming, bud.
Cheers.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap up here in a few minutes. God. Oh.
Does anybody else have any questions to ask Sagamore while they are still with us?
Yeah, so we'll wrap it up in a few minutes, everybody.
And by the way, thank you very much, Tim. Really appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
appreciate you guys.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome tasting through with you a second time because we got to taste with this through you about a year ago over at Matt's, but tasting it with you again was nice. And
With our special bottle.
And I appreciate you guys having me and supporting us and supporting me and being fans of you guys. And this was fun tonight.
Absolutely. It's always fun.
Yes.
It's always fun to have good whiskey with good people, for
Indeed.
sure. Yeah, we wouldn't have you over here if we didn't like you.
No.
If we didn't like the whiskey, I'll be straight up. If your whiskey suck, I tell
Let's
you.
invite this guy over and just.
I don't invite TX Bourbon over because their shit sucks.
Right, and they're right down the street, and here you are from Maryland, and you get to come. And
Exactly.
he's
They're
not
excited.
he's not being nice about it. It really is the truth. We would not have done a barrel pick with you if we didn't believe in the product. We wouldn't have done a barrel pick if we didn't believe in what it was. So,
Yeah, I mean, there are very few people I'd have done this with, and I was really glad this is our first one. We were real excited to do with you guys for sure. There's not a better.
It's
brand
unique
to
and it's
think of.
unique to you guys, and you guys are unique people, and we're a unique brand. So
Definitely. Yeah, there's like 3 brands I want to do picks with, and yours is one of them.
right, and
We
we already got
to think of as Iron Root and Balcones is the other 2 I really want to do picks with. So yeah, and I think we're going to try and do a Lone Elm.
we're head to head with Iron Root. So shout out to Iron Root again. 1 and 2, the US Today Distillery.
There you go. Couldn't have a better
Yeah.
one too, for sure.
Right?
There you go.
And it ain't bad that we're good friends with both distilleries,
Yeah.
For
so
real.
that works even better for us.
Yes, it does.
Well, Robert was in
Another
here.
great place to visit.
Yeah, you guys
Robert even showed up in our chat for a little bit.
sure did. Yeah, if anybody does get a chance, especially coming down from anywhere up from the north, and they get a chance to stop at Iron Root on the way down to the Bachelor's Ball, totally do it because Iron Root's a freaking awesome place to visit and great people and fantastic.
I think
whiskey.
they do like a cookout like every Saturday, don't they?
Yeah, I think the first Saturday of the month they do. Yeah, it's really cool.
I was doing a tasting at a store, and I think it was the son-in-law or someone directly affiliated was doing a tasting because we were down there I think we were down in Austin for one of the shows, and
Okay.
and he was telling me about how they do the cook-offs and stuff like that, and and I think it's a lady that
Marsha, she's the mom. That's
Yeah.
Robert and Jonathan and are the distillers, and then their mom, she helps run. She manages the place, and then Ashley and Seth.
She's the matriarch.
She's good people.
Sure. Exactly.
Yeah, we actually did a live with her last Monday.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We had a ladies' night.
I met her somewhere. I think it was Whiskey Social down in Houston.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and she was so funny.
Oh, she's freaking hilarious. Yeah, talking about a lady that can outdrink all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, totally Marsha.
She's
all of
definitely
us are on the floor sleeping, and Marsha's still fucking drinking. And she's a teeny little lady, and she can just drink the shit out of it. Awesome. That's true. Well, that's true, Steve. But if you call ahead, they will be open for you. If you call ahead and ask, and somebody's there working on the distillery, Iron Root, Robert, and they're always happy to, whether it's or not. Just make sure you call ahead. They're always happy to have you guys in at Iron Root, so everybody can know. So
sure, you can always just drop in your name.
Oh yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
and if you ever go to Baltimore, you can say my name, but they'll probably tell you to get out. So,
you know who? No.
Random name out there.
They're like, I don't know that guy. That guy doesn't work here.
Just come up with your own random password. See what they say.
Tim said the password was Frankenfurter.
The password is password.
Admin?
Admin, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Steve. If you want to go on that Monday, let me know for sure, and I'll get Robert to give you I'll talk to Robert about it. Not a problem. But yeah, like
he knows the guy that knows the guy that knows the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we just know the guy.
We know a lot of people. We're pretty good at that. That's one thing I am good at.
Networking.
Yes,
for sure.
I'm good at that. Yeah,
So what's coming down the pipeline for us? What are we releasing tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the Rebel Yell and the new Rebel Yell 100, which will be exciting. I was actually pretty happy with both those whiskeys for the price point. So yeah. I think it's a fun little review, and we'll drop on that tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then on Thursday, we'll be dropping the Cedar for Travis, the beautiful gift whiskeys from Cedar Ridge. They're single malts, and they're, I think, Sarah's favorite single malt, to be real honest, that chocolate cherrywood. It's freaking good stuff on Thursday morning.
And my beard will come back magically on Thursday. It'll be fun.
There you go. That's right. It sure will.
I can let you borrow mine. I just taped it on for tonight.
Oh, there you go. I'll borrow your beard for Thursday's episode, and I'll get it back to you.
Part of the show.
There you go.
It peels off.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, and then next week's let's do a Labor Day hangout with everybody. Since it's Labor Day, nothing planned. Just sit around, drink whiskey, and talk to fans. I think that's a good thing for everybody to do. Just hang out, have a fun Labor Day.
Any tubers out there?
Favorite whiskey and sit around and bullshit. So I think it'll be fun.
Any other YouTubers that want to join us for that Labor Day, get with Matt. And we're trying to figure out who we want to hang out with, but we're probably just going to be hanging out and drinking whiskey.
Exactly. So if Bobby and Sam are still in here, you guys are obviously more than welcome anytime on our channel. So just keep bullshitting on after you guys are done. More than happy to have you guys. So that's what we plan to do for a nice long day of drinking. There you go. Sounds like a good plan, Steve.
Yeah, we're not going to do what Cast Strength did.
No, God, no. We're not doing that. They drink, what was it, like 12, 14 hours? I don't know, some shit. We were in there for like 4 or 5. That was...
we were. I'm so glad we were towards the end.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I mean, I watched the whole damn thing, but...
weren't drinking with them.
Not the whole time. I had my child around. I need to stay somewhat sober.
Yeah, for real.
Well, Tim, really, again, appreciate having you on. Everybody in the chat, thank you very, very much for joining us tonight. It is 11, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up this evening.
Whatever else you want to say about Sagamore?
Check us out at SagamoreSpirit.com. Grab a bottle of Whiskey Crusaders barrel pick at William over at Mirage. I believe $59.99.
Yep.
He's got the full rest of the lineup. There's a little bit of port left out there, and look out for Cognac finish coming September 1st.
Not if I get there first.
What's that?
There's not going to be any port left if I get there first. I'm just saying.
Go get yourself a bottle of this barrel pick. It's pretty special, and you'll love it. But thanks for having me on. SagamoreSpirit.com and #ShareYourSpirit. Friday the 13th coming up on Friday, September 13th.
Hell yeah.
It's technically our holiday. We
That's
opened
awesome.
April 13th, 2017, I believe.
That's awesome.
So that's our holiday. There's 2 Friday the 13th every year, and we celebrate those too. So Friday the 13th, September 13th, check it out, and then check us out online. Share us on social media, and continue and support each other, I guess.
Absolutely.
Cheers to whiskey. Cheers to you guys.
All right, everybody, cheers. We'll see everybody next week. Cheers all. Thanks.
Cheers.
One hand.
Cheers, well, sir. Good, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're almost